The Phoenix Suns continue to roll as they notch their 6th straight win of the season. They beat the Grizzlies without KD. Devin Booker scored a season-high 40 points, Eric Gordon added 20, while Jordan Goodwin and Grayson Allen finished with 14 points each for the Suns. Speaking of Goodwin, he has essentially cemented himself as the reliable backup point guard that Phoenix needs. Kevin Durant was a late scratch due to right foot soreness, as this 6-game winning streak is a streak that began when Devin Booker returned from a calf injury. What's going on, everyone? It's Luka here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the Phoenix Suns and why they are looking lethal. If you happen to be a favorite, please hit a like on the video. It helps it a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more Suns and NBA content just like this. This Phoenix Suns defense put together a strong performance against the Grizzlies. Now, I know the Grizzlies are undermanned, but Phoenix remains in the middle of the pack in many defensive categories, which is great to see. I mean, this is a team that has looked much better defensively heading into the season. And you know, with this potent Suns offense, the Suns defense just needs to be good enough, and they've been doing just that. There have been standout individual defensive performances from the likes of Okogie, Durant, Eubanks, but Frank Vogel deserves a lot of credit for putting his players in the best positions to succeed defensively. When it comes to the Suns offense, it's been as advertised, and we haven't even seen the big three of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal play one game together. Booker finally put everything together against the Memphis Grizzlies as he had an efficient game. Booker scored 40 points on 21 shots while also hitting 3 of 4 attempts from deep and getting to the free throw line for 9 attempts. The Phoenix Suns are 10-6 right now, and they are 4th in the West with a net rating of plus 4.2. They're currently on that 6-game winning streak, and they have taken down the likes of the Timberwolves, the Jazz twice, Blazers, Warriors, and Grizzlies. And this is a Suns team that began 4-6, but they are now hitting their stride. I mean, entering the season, the offensive firepower and expectations of winning were high for the Suns. But early on, with the season struggles beginning, the narrative largely stemmed from the Suns' injuries. It derailed this team. I mean, Devin Booker missed 8 games due to injury. Bradley Beal has missed 13 games and counting. Even Kevin Durant found himself on the injury report after missing the game against the Grizzlies. But the injury narrative is beginning to change as Booker is back and he looks better than ever. KD just had a scheduled rest, and the Suns hope to get Beal back in the middle of December, which is his target to return to action. So hopefully that happens and Beal returns before the start of the new year. But you look at Devin Booker in particular, guys, his return to the lineup has provided the much-needed organization and stabilization that the Suns needed. Since returning, he's had 29 points per game on 49.1, 40.7, and 91.1 shooting splits, with 8 assists, 2.5 turnovers, and 4.8 rebounds per game on 9.3 free throw attempts per game as well. The Suns are actually 6-1 in games he plays, and he has allowed this Suns team to perform better in clutch moments. In 3 clutch games since Booker has returned and during this win streak, the Suns have a net rating of 19.6. The Suns are shooting at 45% collectively on catch and shoots from deep over the win streak. That's the best out of any team over the last 6. And these are the Suns' half-court offense and defensive ratings in the win streak. They are 3rd in the league in the half court on offense, and they have a 97.3 rating defensively, which is 8th. Not to mention, they have Kevin Durant, who's been playing at an MVP level. Kevin Durant leads the entire NBA in secondary assists, which is essentially hockey assists per game, and he has been just excellent this season. These are his numbers. He's averaging 31.4 points per game, 65.7 true shooting percentage. He's 56.1 on catch and shoot threes, 41.7 on pull-up threes. He's shooting at 89.1% from the free throw line at 8.5 free throw attempts per game, 7.1 rebounds, 5.5 assists per game. Tell me these are not MVP numbers for Kevin Durant. And by the way, he is 35 years old, and this is all coming off a post-Achilles tear. But Kevin Durant, he is still hooping. And this is just an incredible stat that I saw on StatMuse. The Suns duo, and we're not even talking about Beal here, guys. The Suns duo of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, when they play together, they're 7-1. Durant is averaging 31, 7, and 6 on 57, 66, and 88% shooting splits. Booker, 28, 6, and 9 on 48, 42, and 94 shooting split. So this is already arguably the best dynamic duo in the league. And then you're adding a third all-star to that and a very, very capable scorer and offensive weapon in Bradley Beal. They already look scary. Can you imagine how good this team is going to look when you add another lethal scorer to the mix in Bradley Beal? I mean, good luck trying to stop this offense. And like I alluded to earlier, the Suns defense just has to be good enough, and they've actually been an average middle of the pack defensive team, which is exactly what you want to see. So the Phoenix Suns, they are getting it done. This is a team that they started off relatively slow. You know, people were already starting to say, oh, you know, the Suns super team is a failure. I think the best is yet to come for this team. As you look at the Suns, I mean, they were essentially a new team coming together. When you have so many new faces coming in, so many transactions that they had, you know it's going to take time. You know, Eric Gordon is now getting well acquainted with this team. He had 20 points. You know, Grayson Allen, who I thought was a big get in that trade, he had 14 points. You got Okogie, you got Jordan Goodwin who's coming along. Nurkic, all things considered, I think has done a great job for the Suns team. He had 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 points, and I think he has been a better fit than DeAndre Ayton. So you knew it was going to take a little bit of time, and it is going to take some time, obviously, when Bradley Beal is in the fold. Anytime you add a player of Bradley Beal's caliber, it's going to, you know, take some time before they all get adjusted together. But this Suns team, man, like, this is a team that I expect to be one of the best. I picked the Suns team to make it to the NBA Finals before the start of the season, and I'm sticking with that pick. You know, when you look at the Western Conference landscape, the Phoenix Suns, when they're on their game, and as they further gel, when, you know, Bradley Beal makes his official Suns debut and this big three gets it rolling, like, this team is going to be ridiculously tough to stop. So I'm very high on the Suns. I think this team definitely has championship aspirations. And, you know, when you look at their schedule, they have a chance to make a run. They have a chance to just continue this winning streak and really flex their muscles and look unstoppable during this time. And I know people are going to say, oh, you know, they haven't beaten anybody during this winning streak, Luka. Look, you know, they were still able to take down the likes of the T-Wolves. I know the Warriors have been struggling, but I always say it. Great teams take care of business against teams that they're supposed to. The Suns not playing with their food, being able to win these games early on in the season is going to just help this team as we get closer to playoff time. And you look at, you know, the win-loss column, and this Suns team is obviously going to want to move up the Western Conference standings, try to get a top seed so they have home court throughout in the playoffs, which is going to be very, very important. The Phoenix Suns, they are rolling, guys. Let's see if they can make it 7 wins in a row. They will take on the New York Knicks on Sunday. That's going to be a fun one for sure. What have your reactions been, guys, to the Suns team? Do you think they are about to soar to new levels? And how good do you think this team can actually become? And how do you see the Suns faring in the grand scheme of things for this season? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel for more. That is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next video.